Hi everyone, Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting the third installment of Show Don't Tell, Finding the Right Editor. First, a big shout out to all of you who have been tweeting and adding comments to the site. We really appreciate that. It's nice to know that what I decided to do, really out of concern, not just for my own professionalism, but for yours, that I'm glad that it's resonating with you. We are in, the midst of such changing times, but we've been in this shift long enough now to know that there is a downside to this entrepreneurial author movement that we're enjoying right now, and that is prematurely publishing. I certainly don't want to. In all of the years that I have been writing for publication, I really can't say that there's anything that I've ever put my name on that I wouldn't be pleased to read today. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't be able to edit it into a tighter read, but I don't have anything out there that I wish I didn't put out there. And I'm really tempted to do that now because we have all this opportunity, and I figure that if I'm tempted to do it, you must be tempted to do it. Because many of you don't have the experience that I have in writing for publication, just as I don't have the experience that so many other writers have in writing for publication. So I decided that after getting this novel critiqued online at an online writing site that I just love, it's called critiquecircle.com. I just posted it on the website. I highly, highly recommend it. It's not a U.S.-based website, but there's a lot of U.S. and U.K. people there. I found it to be very helpful. But after I got a critique there and frankly got some really very, very good feedback that let me know that, it was a pretty good story, I was tempted to just go to CreateSpace, and I just decided not to, for a couple of reasons that I, probably will share with over time. But I so want this novel to reach an audience because I do think that Darlene Robinson is a woman that a whole lot of women out there and some men certainly can relate to in terms of hitting midlife and wondering, is that all there is? So, it's a good story. It's a solid story. It's a sexy story. It's a sad story. I think that it has all the components in it that would make for a pretty decent read. And so when I do put it out there, whether I go through traditional or independent, I'm going to be proud of it. A year after I put it out, 2 years after I put it out. So that's why I decided to start this series. And in the first installment, I offered the first 2 pages and some of my editor's critiques. In this installment, I'm offering the first 2 pages with her revision. And so I want you to see what she did with those first 2 pages. And of course, I'd love your comments about that. What will we be doing in the series? It's organic right now. It's kind of just evolving as I'm absorbing the feedback that I've gotten and recrafting parts of the story that need to be recrafted. Certainly, one of the areas that I'm going to zoom in on and offer to you is, by way of tutorial, is the likability or relatability of my protagonist. By mid-novel, my editor believes that she is, that there's parts of the protagonist that need to be addressed by the author, me. And so I certainly will be offering some pages that were in the edition that she read, as well as some revision that I hope to do. For me, writing fiction and spending my time on fiction is a luxury because I work for a living, like many of you do. So I know you can relate to that as well. But I'm certainly going to be offering parts that I think are really universal for a lot of writers, a lot of authors, and that is the relatability of the protagonist, the inclusion of enough backstory for us to understand motivation, those kinds of things. And but as I said, I don't have a list right now because it is evolving as I'm absorbing the critique that my editor, Tiffany Yates Martin, has offered me because I now have all of it and I'm deep into the revision process. So again, thank you. I hope that you find this helpful. Please share with your writing friends. It helps us here be able to keep Marketing the Muse, which has always been a resource center for writers on the road to publication. That's been my mantra. But it is a labor of love, and so any help that you can offer me by sharing what I'm doing here absolutely helps. Until I offer the next installment, which should be sometime next week, be well, keep writing, and remember, writing is rewriting.